Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner, and if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. What exciting times in Tesla. We had a wild one today. I gotta get going on this. I'm on the daily chart. Each candle is 1 day. This one here with all my pivot point lines going through it is actually uh, indecision candle. However, if tomorrow's candle is red, the dominant trend is still up, by the way. But if tomorrow's candle is red, and we won't know that until tomorrow about 3 p.m. Eastern Time, if tomorrow's candle is red, the dominant trend will then be down. I don't think it'll be down for too long, but it will be down. And so that's why I have this candle here up, the daily, and the weekly and the monthly are still buy signals. So let's see. What am I looking for? The 4 hour. Okay, so we have our fair opening price right here for tomorrow, and I'm going to go through that shortly. These are 4 hour candles, and uh, there again, here's your fair opening price for tomorrow. Here was yesterday's fair opening price, and we went through that several times. And we went through where Grandpa said we were going to open also, which was around 465.75. And Grandma bought a bunch of shares down there, of course, and sold them for a profit. Now she's going to buy down on the bottom. I know John Carpenter, he sold his shares today up top, and he's looking to rebuy the bottom pivot point, or as close to it as we can get. And we're going to talk about all of that here shortly. Okay, so we had a high to low today, range of $61.53. That's impressive. You can make a lot of money with a range like that. There's just no doubt about it. And I know Jeff was up quite a bit at one point today. I don't know how he's doing right now for sure, but he might call me and tell me. We had a high today of 488.54. We had a low today of 427.01. 427.01. And you want to remember that number. It may be important to you. We had a close today of 440.13. The indexes were down. They crashed. The NASDAQ and the S&P 500, and Tesla managed to underperform them by just about double. So Tesla really took a hit, and we'll get into what happened here shortly. We had divergence today, huge divergence. Volume increased by 14 million shares from yesterday, which was already high volume, on falling prices. And 142 million shares were bought and sold today, and Grandpa considers that to be bearish. In my last live stream, I talked about when you start getting high volume, you can expect retracement, a drop back, and vice versa. When the volume starts getting low, like in the 50 to 30 million range in Tesla, you after you see that for a day or two, you can expect a bounce up, up, $60. So this thing likes to move. Don't jump off a cliff. It'll all work out. Okay, so our current bottom pivot point that we had before was 302.70, and we've been searching for a top pivot point. Grandpa believes that the top pivot point is currently 488.54. That's right up here, 488.54. And I was anticipating 507, 509 as the top pivot point, but I got proven wrong on that one. But 488.54 is your new top pivot point. And so what's really, really important here is you are currently looking for a new bottom pivot point. And what this thing will do now, as we're looking for that, it'll go up and down and all around. We've already gone, I got to move this thing so I can get it where the price actually is. We're currently at 428.90 on our way to 427. And it's been bouncing back and forth in the 428 to 440 and a half range, 444 area in the last half hour or so here. It's all over the place. But so you're looking for a new bottom pivot point. And some possibilities of that are a slim possibility that 427, and we've already come within a penny of that, 427.01 is your low. 427 is a possible spot where we may pivot and go back up. And when we go back up, it won't be to 500. It won't be to 488.54. It'll be, in Grandpa's estimation, something like 670, 700, maybe even higher. So that's the good news. The bad news is you have to have enough patience to wait it out here as we go up and down. Markets run like waves, and nothing big to worry about. Can it take some time? Sure, they're gonna try to bore you to death at different times and all this and that, but your future is bright. Tesla's strong. What went on here is political in Grandpa's estimation, but let me get back to these pivot points. So you have 427. If that holds, okay, and I don't really think it's going to, okay, but I think they're going to want you to think it's going to hold, okay, and some other pivot point possibilities are 417. That's a more real possibility in Grandpa's mind. 400 is even a more real possibility than 417. And 400 just might be it, right around 400. But 390 is a real possibility. 377, I believe, will just plain bottom us out. I don't think they're going to push us past 370. However, Grandpa could be wrong. You just never know for sure. So your numbers are 427. I think we just might have broke 427. Nope. Well, where did it go? What the heck is the price? Oh, 431. Grandpa's trying to find the price. This candle got so big, I was afraid we went through our low. It's right here at 427.01, and I think that's our low. So anyway, 427, 417 is a possibility for a bottom pivot point, and these are places that if you see them, you potentially might want to start doing some buying going up. David's on here and he's going, this is great, right? This is Davey Rogie right now. Yeah, Davey, I really liked his. Go to Davey Rogie, DAVIROGI. He's got some really fun live streams. Just a hoot. So 417, 400, 390, and 377. And I'm thinking that more than likely, and this is only Grandpa's speculating here, that 400 or 390 may be the numbers to look for. 417, Grandma will probably buy some at 427, hoping for a bounce, that sort of thing. Yesterday, I called out the fair opening price for today, by the way, was $473.79 for the fair opening price, and Grandpa calculates what's fair. But Grandpa did say that he thought we were going to open well below that at $465.75, and we sure did. We opened down there, and I think I had Grandma buy in the 464 area, 463, somewhere in there. And she made her $617 today before her and Dorina went shopping this morning. Now, remember, trading is reactive, not predictive. And what does Grandpa mean by that? Trading is reactive, not predictive. Grandpa's always making forecasts. Well, this is a prime example of that. When the price is up high, you got to react and sell if you see a huge opportunity, okay? And we can all predict, but the further out our predictions are, the less accurate they are. So as you react to what you're seeing now, your predictions or your forecasts will be much more accurate. That's why Grandpa likes to do forecasts instead of predictions. Not that everything Grandpa does is correct, believe me. That's for sure. I did not anticipate this rug pull, and but we got it, and now we're going to deal with it the best we can, and it's going to be like for Grandma and John Carpenter and those that sold their shares. It's a huge opportunity to rebuy at a lower price, and so fair opening price for Thursday is $451. Well, I've got 84 written down here, but it's actually $451.89. I got to change that 4 into a 9. So the fair opening price for Thursday is $451.89. All right, and I'm gonna tell you. Usually, I just tell this to the ones I text, but I'll tell you anyway. Grandpa's opinion is we're gonna be lucky to see 447 tomorrow on Thursday. I don't think. I could be wrong. We might go up and hit our fair opening price, but I think more than likely it would be just the wick going up through it and back down. I think our more fair opening price is possibly going to be 447 area, right around 447, 47, possibly. So for what Grandpa feels, when Grandpa calculates the fair opening price of 451.89, that's what Tesla should do fairly based on the past. Okay. However, and it very often is correct, but when it's not correct, it's usually off by a fair amount. Um, and it's possible that this thing won't even go to 447 tomorrow. She could just run straight downhill. I just don't know at this point. Um, so that we got our 25-point basis cut today, interest rate cut, 0.25. Fed Powell came out and did his speech, and he literally crashed the market. He just absolutely crashed the market. When he went into his speech, we were up at 488, and he took care of it all. And you can watch his speech. You can figure it out for yourself. The market was pricing in 3 rate cuts approximately for 2025. And listening to Paul, you'd be lucky to think that you would get possibly 0, maybe 1. And rate cuts are extremely important to Tesla because Tesla is interest rate sensitive, and but I'm telling you right now, this is political. It's absolutely political. Powell knows what he says will or will not crash the market, and he's at odds with Trump. He's fully in step with the current administration that doesn't leave for another 35, 40 days here. And until we finally get these guys, you got people that are selling the border wall on the ground for pennies on the dollar so that we can rebuy it back at full price. That's how much they care about you. Okay, and we got the same situation with Fed Powell. Anything they can do to make the new administration's success not a reality, whether it hurts you and me or everybody else, that's irrelevant. What's irrelevant to them is their power. And I hope that Trump can get rid of him. I don't know if he can legally fire him or not. I've heard both ways, but I'd like to see him gone. I think he's a political dinosaur and of the wrong color. That's what I think. So I hope you're got some gunpowder left so that you can buy the dip. It's a buying opportunity. Where did the price go now? Try to find it here. I'm getting close to it. Oh, we're up at 431. I'm going to look and see if this, the 427.01 is your new low. David says he'll never sell. He said he's the next Mr. Beast. Wow, you better not tell your mom and dad you're saying stuff like that. We got church tonight, so Grandpa's going to get off here. Think about eternity once in a while. If you want Grandpa to text you his thoughts at 4:15 each day, you can email me at icblinking123@gmail.com, and I will try to get you set up. And then throughout the day, if I see something crazy, if I'm awake, now if Grandpa's napping, he won't text you, but if Grandpa's awake, I'll text you and give you some insight. But yeah, she was a wild day today. Opportunities galore to make money today. Opportunities galore. So we're looking for a possibility of 447 for tomorrow. In Grandpa's opinion, 451.84. I think if we see that number tomorrow, it's going to top us out. You're looking for a new bottom pivot point. This thing can go all the way back up in the 460s, whatever, and come right back down until unless 427 is our bottom pivot point. It's possible that we made the top and bottom pivot point in the same day. That is another possibility. But now I'm looking for, once we find the bottom pivot point, if it's 427, 417, 400, 390, or 377, then would all be real possibilities for a bottom pivot point. But say it is 427. I'm anticipating bare minimum of 600 to 670 as a top pivot point, and very possibly 700 or more. So for our next top pivot point. So our previous top pivot point prior to this one is this blue line right here, 367.20. And Grandpa's talked about that enough. I got a blue line there. And I don't think we'll go down through that top pivot point. I think we'll turn prior to that and go back up. It's just Grandpa's opinion here. So anything is possible with Tesla. But the future is so bright with Tesla. Don't jump off the cliff here, people. Hang in there. Hang in there. Think of it as a buying opportunity. Borrow some money from your neighbors. Rob a bank. Or don't rob a bank, whatever you do. That's illegal. Okay. See you later there, David. Thank you for coming on with Grandpa. And think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. We'll see you tomorrow around 4:15,